Hello, I am Joseph, and this is my site, Board Games Club. Here we have our home page, which has two main things. First is the game of the week. The game of the week will pull from a JSON of our site's games, all of them, and we'll choose one for the week, and it'll display it on the home page. Here we have a card with some details on the game itself, the title, the maker, some other details, a button to learn more, and the browse all games, which takes you to the game finder page, which we'll go over later. On the other side, we have a suggest a game. It's a form that a person can fill out and suggest a game that we may not have in our database, and so then we can then add it. So if we fill it in, what it does is you fill in all the information, and then it'll generate a JSON. And in a live user setting, this would, instead of generate a JSON, it would send an email to the manager of the site, and then they would be able to just have the JSON right there and ready after review. They can add it easily, just a copy and paste into the JSON that we use to store all of the games. So that is the home page. At the top, we have our nav menu. We have the Board Games Club name. We have our home page. We have our random game picker and our game finder. This also looks good in mobile. We have the name, the home, and then the hamburger, which has the drop down for the navigation as well. So next on we have the random game picker. Now this is just a little page that spins a wheel. The wheel is just for show, but it will randomly choose a game from our database, and this the user would be able to spin and play a game at random because sometimes decision making is too hard. So it has a little animation, and then it pops up a dialogue on the game that was chosen. So here we have wingspan, we have all the different details, and clicking outside gets off the dialogue. In mobile, this is how that looks. There we go. Now our last page we have is our game finder. This is our entire catalog of games. We have about 17, but we can add more easily. Each card has the game's image, the name, and other details. We have a little badge for its difficulty, easy being bronze, medium silver, and we even have a gold for hard for games that are more difficult or challenging. Clicking on the learn more creates a dialogue with the game's main little dialogue card with all of their information. We have a grid view and we have a list view. And on mobile, this is how that looks. Switch to grid view to get the bigger grid. All right. So on the back end, we have a JSON file that holds all of our games, and that is how we're generating this list, both here for the random game picker and on the home screen for the game of the week. Some other neat features we have is if you're on any other page aside from the home page, clicking the main logo takes you to the home page as well. We have our footer, which has all the information. On the back end, we do have try catch abilities on most of our code. We navigate to the main, and let's see if I can find just a spot with them try. There's a try there. Let's see if we can find a better one. Here's a good one. Here we have a try and catch for fetching the data so that you don't get errors in case something's up and maybe it's failing to load the games. We have a try and catch scenario here. And all right, back to the site. We check the lighthouse. Oh, no, that one. There it is. I guess this is going to do for the mobile. For mobile, see we're scoring fairly pretty solidly. Let's try not being mobile. There we go. Again, upper 90s all around. We switch to this page. Again, upper 90s. So yeah, recap, we have our website. It has a responsive menu and has some dialogues. It uses a local JSON, and we use some try catches to ensure that you don't get errors. We have a suggest a game form, and yeah, so that's our neat little homepage. Thank you for coming.